Yo, yo, yo. What's poppin'? SS Rolls was good. Walker. Today we are smoking the Zang Banger from Wizard Trees versus the Candy Fumes from Green Ridge. Excuse me, I don't know how to talk today. Yo, yo.
Oh, we're live? I was about to drop a bunch of slurs.
We are live. Save them for after.
Lucky I didn't.
DGR Pyro was popping.
Internet waiting for a reason to cancel me.
All right. Any chance you guys can make a right-handed tip?
I'm right-handed, but like you mean rolling from the right?
I mean, I guess you could still do that with.
Still, yeah,
You're talking about because the way the logo is. The logo's made for the left hand. The logo would have
like
to
when
be
you're
flipped.
holding it left-handed.
Yeah.
Guess it would depend if.
No, screw Nick. I think
It's
we're just gonna need
interesting.
you to start learning how to roll left-handed, bro. No, I'm just playing.
No, I mean, actually, that's an interesting.
It is an interesting
It's an
one.
interesting question, dude. Like, honestly, actually, yeah, I don't know.
Going to Michigan.
We'll get back to you on that.
Yo, Jack the Kid. Yeah, Packy Grower, I appreciate you, bro. Yeah, I'm feeling better, dude. I had a wicked cough yesterday, dude, and I just didn't want to come over here and get anybody sick, but feeling better. Yeah, Zang
bounce
Banger
back.
from Wizard Trees. He said that's got to be a joke, left-handed hammer. I don't like holding it with my left hand filming videos. Oh, I got it. So you want to be able to hold it with your right hand while you're filming videos so you can still see the logo and everything. I
You know
get
what's
it.
weird is that's funny. I've never thought about it. For
Neither
now,
have I.
But we literally designed that based on us just happening to be holding it with
That's
our
the
left.
way we
and
hold
we're
it.
both right-handed.
Yeah.
But for some reason, like my more delicate shit, I do with the left hand. Like when
Same.
I'm playing beer pong and you have to like catch a ball, the little beer, you catch it if
Yeah.
they airball it. Like I always catch it with my left
That's interesting, dude.
for some reason, but I'm right-handed. Huh,
Right.
I never thought about that, dude. We'll take that into consideration.
Packy Grower, yep, you already know, bro. Wolverine in my blood. Here's my music said, well, then a left-handed torch would be necessary. Should have made the stash drop lefties. Since
Why?
Jordan's a left-handed. I get that one. Blood, sweat, and tears, yeah.
Yeah, it's interesting. Maybe we'll have to ask whoever the collab is with. We'll be like, all right.
I roll the same way, bro. I roll, so the tip is in my left-hand paws, and I roll that way.
That's good. That's good reaction time
Right?
on the pause there.
I thought about it right as I was saying it. I was like, that's not going to sound well.
Yeah.
I started rolling with my right, then found out I'm way better lefty. Yeah.
That's kind of what happened to me too.
High-minded. I don't think it's this weekend, but hopefully next weekend, right, Adam? Next tip drop?
What?
Next
no,
tip drop.
there's actually a decent chance
That we're getting it this weekend?
Yeah, so he's not gonna be able to bring it down. Basically, we're gonna Uber it all the way from
Reading to here?
Oroville.
Oh,
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah, it's gonna be expensive, but like just to try to make sure we get it by this weekend, because it's pretty much gonna be like hot off the fucking press like later tonight. So we'd have to get it tomorrow, get it home, film it, edit the video, post it before like 5,
It's a lot.
and then have 1 day to advertise it before the drop. 0 days actually before the drop of the collectors.
So screw Nick, you're not even talking about how you roll. You're just talking about so you can make a video with it while you're smoking it with your
I'd
on
say
the right
that's
hand
more
side.
important. Yeah, the videoing.
I can bring it down tomorrow when I come down to see y'all. Blood, Sweat, and Tears Farms. Can bring what? The tips?
What, are you coming from Oroville?
He says he's passing through Oroville tomorrow on
Quit
his way
playing,
here.
dude. Oh shit. Hey.
We got to make a phone call after this episode real quick to see what's popping.
Yeah, I'll hit you, bro. I'll hit you. Blood, Sweat, and Tears is also going to be sponsoring the Rollers Cup. Just because I was like, all right, cool. What brand, what company is it? Blood, Sweat, and Tears? He's like, nah, dude, I just fuck with it heavy. I'm like, bro.
That's a real one right there.
That's a
Shout
fucking
out
real one.
Blood, Sweat, and Tears.
Yeah,
That's a real
big
one,
shout out
dude.
Blood, Sweat, and Tears. Top sponsor.
I Roll Bars was popping.
Wants to throw down on these rollers.
Have you ever thought of a proper tip doink packer? Yes, we have.
It's coming.
It's coming. Yeah.
Yeah, it's coming. We're going to try to do like drops of the Packers that kind of like resemble drops that we've done of the tips so that we can match them up kind of thing. But might not be exact, but it'll be close kind of thing.
Low, appreciate you. Hope your day's well.
Why is the Twitter chat tripping? Are they tripping? I don't see any tripping.
They
going
blocking
on.
your shit or something?
Is something up, Alex? Let me know.
Rafe said he could also do Orville trips since we're halfway on the team. Man, you guys are some fucking real ones, dude.
Oh wow.
Rollers
There
are.
you go. You said what?
Have him go get me some coffee.
I got I could have ordered you something. I got some right here.
Rollers are better
that's
curators
too
than
hot.
most white labeling brands. You can quote me on that.
Some rollers.
Yeah,
yes.
I don't know if I'd
Yes.
say all, but yeah.
You'd be surprised, dude. See, this is what I love about the PSL in general, but specifically when it has to do with rollers and flower brands, actually. But with rollers, it's like there's a lot of rollers that have a lot of followers and they're huge and this and that, and you just have to assume because of that they got a great palette. They
Assumptions
got bars.
don't always work, though.
Bro, it's crazy. Some of the most popular rollers out there
Yeah.
have submitted some of the worst craftsmanship rolls.
Yeah.
Just putrid in terms of like, you know, quality. And then the ingredients are almost worse. You know, smoking straight pool water out of a crummy ass dented doink. And I'm like, where the fuck did these followers come from, bro? But then a wild card like Fat Andy will come through with world class fucking quality.
Heat, yeah.
Pairing like nobody's business, championship level pairing, and just blow us out of the water. That's
Yeah.
why I like this shit. There's followers don't help shit around here.
Yeah. Just make a packer out of the tip, the weight itself. Wait, can you go up a little bit? What did he say up there? Just a tiny bit. Just make a packer out of the tip. The weight is great for Oh, yeah. Like use the case to a tip. I used to, but
No. He's saying use the actual tip. Like you make a packer out of a tip, the weight of
Oh,
a tip. You know?
okay.
But like that's not even like the thing is then we'll just end up using that as a tip eventually. Like, come on, you're really gonna tell me if you got a long ass fucking, you're not gonna use that?
Yeah.
So what we're doing, and you can. There's the thing is with our tips, like for example, the tubular tips, the funky feels, the rec tips, stuff like that. It's easy to do hella crazy shit. You can just do hella crazy shit.
Yeah.
You know, there's so much. Freedom in design there, whereas the multi-bore shit, you're way more limited, so it's like way more insane when something crazy happens. If we make the Packers also multi-bore, then we're gonna once again be super limited on the design. So we might as well, you know, do something we could do some shit with.
Rafe, just to let you know, I did see your comment up there, and I know me and Adam both think of you as a good curator as well.
Oh yeah, 100%.
You definitely understand what fire is, dude.
100%.
I fucked with Fidel all the way up until he wanted smoke with Bodega. Hey, bro, I'm not even gonna get in the middle of it, but
Look,
yeah,
all right,
shit's
so
crazy, dude.
Here's the thing, because we kind of got like pulled into that, but I fuck with Bodega heavy,
Yeah.
and Fidel has been nothing but respectful to me personally. So we treat people how
Same.
they treat us. He's been respectful to us. Him and his brother Serge. I haven't tried much good weed out of the camp in general, but regardless, they've been respectful, and I got respect back. You know. So all we can do is base our views on someone based on our experiences with them. You know.
Exactly, Sucre. Exactly. Felt like the Zangbanger batch I had. Wait, what did that say? Up a little bit, sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, you're good. Just up a tiny bit. Felt like the Zangbanger batch I had of plywood. It was like a batch of plywood, is what you're saying?
You know what's weird is I rolled up a little one, and I didn't really like it. And it was like I just got a nug from somebody, and I didn't have enough, and I didn't really like it. And then I had it rolled by Paul. And it was fucking blowing.
Oh, what the
Zangbanger.
Yeah, the Zangbanger.
Yeah, I thought like when you first submitted, I was like, ooh, I tried a little nug of this. I didn't really like it, but it wasn't like a proper doink. You know what I mean? I didn't have a tip. It wasn't enough to like use a tip for the roll or anything like that.
Yeah.
And then you rolled it up, and it was fucking blowing. I'm like, damn. Not the heaviest smoke. I think mouth coat is going to be for sure for the candy fumes here. We'll see.
Dude, I remember those
Purity, though.
I remember these candy fumes being loud.
Yeah. Just like the Lassie, just like the Zith. Those three are very similar. The Lassie and the Zith. The
Yeah.
Jack and the Zangbanger, I would say, are very staining and pretty intense and pure and accurate. The coat, though,
On the Zith and the fumes.
yeah, and like the substantial ass hits, like that's another story.
Yeah. Is this the fumes you're breaking up right now?
Yeah, for the red. Battle of the Banger Crosses. Yeah, these are very similar genetics that smell like they're completely different, but similar-ish. They make cookies from Tenko. I haven't, no, but we are trying to get on that, though. I don't know. A lot of people.
Oh, wait. What, dude? Hold on. I feel like you're setting us up, Packy Grower. I want to hear you guys say "Lassie" like a brown person. What does that mean, bro?
I'm not comfortable.
No, not at all.
I don't know what I'm getting into.
I feel like
here.
that's why I said I feel like this is a setup, dude.
Packy's trying to set us up with as much shit as he can so that if he loses, he's just got a fucking highlight reel.
He's
to
just
flame
got
us with,
ammo,
dude.
dude.
Yeah, Rafe
Oh,
Rolls is
God.
actually going to be using the candy fumes. You must have seen my face right there. He said the fumes reek when you break it up. Yeah,
Yeah.
because it does. But he's going to be using that for his rolls in the hash hole cup.
Oh, it sounds like hussy, so you say Lussie instead of Lassie. He said, "Nah, no setup." Is that how you want us to pronounce it? Is Lussie? Is that sus?
We get y'all canceled. Yeah, Alex, the day we get canceled, I don't know. I just feel like, obviously, I prefer not to get canceled. But if we got canceled, I'd be like, all right, here we go. It just got fun, you know? Like,
I know who you'd
good luck.
blame.
Wait, what?
I said I know who you'd blame.
Who?
Later.
All right.
Nah, bro, come on, Blood, Sweat,
my
and Tear
mind,
Farms. Come on, dude. That is trying to set us up right there, dude.
Yeah, come on. Like, we're smart, okay? That's
So
why that's why we don't mic up Sean.
So you pronounce it Lussie. Rainbow Lussie. Okay.
Rainbow Lassie. Interesting.
I'll try to.
Thought it was like Lassie, like the American term Lassie.
Yeah. Like the friggin' dog?
Yeah. Was it a dog or was it a horse?
Dog.
Oh.
It was some type of a shepherd or some shit like that. Kumar, all right, for sure. He said for real, no setup.
Why'd you say Kumar? Why not Arjan? Huh? Well, you got to go straight to the last name.
I didn't want to mispronounce
about,
it.
bro?
I didn't want to mispronounce it, dude.
All right.
You're getting the U right? Okay. From
That's interesting. All right, growing to Michigan. Hey, look, I'm going to believe Packy Grower on the way to pronounce that. For now, at least. At least while we're dueling his strains.
Did he pronounce that right too, by the way? Is it Arjun? Did he pronounce that correctly?
Hey. You don't got to worry about that.
He was
dude.
laughing, so I'm just.
I just
I'm like,
kind of
did he
slid
nail
by it real quick. I didn't go too hard on the pronunciation. I just kind of like, you know.
Poland checking in was popping.
What time is it in Poland right now, dude?
Oh, it's a collie. That's right, DJ Jacobs. Good call. A border collie or whatever.
Dude, I had a border collie, smartest dog ever.
Lassie was supposed to be a hella smart dog too. That's what the show was about. That's interesting.
Yeah, well, they're literally the smartest dog in the world, border collies.
Oh wow.
Like by far, like to the point where like, so I was a dog agility trainer. And we used to, hey yo, this fucking curtain. And I used to do hella fucking dog agility with him. And what I realized is a border collie, like they're literally in a league of their own. Like all the other dogs competed in weight classes. It was weight classes, and then border collies.
They had their own category just for their breed.
Literally in a league of their own. Like there's nothing even close to a border collie in terms of intelligence and just like they're so fast and agile and like they're really the best dog on earth if you've got something to do. You know, they're the worst dog on earth if you don't got nothing for them to do. Urjan. Urjan.
Bro, what?
I'm trying.
Are you having a stroke, dude?
No,
What's happening right now?
Look, chill. I'm trying to. He's teaching me how to pronounce it.
Oh,
Look, now who looks like a fucking dick bag, huh?
I look like a dick
Yeah,
now for
dude.
sure. I was like, bro, what are
Ask
you
me if
doing
I'm
right now?
having a stroke, dude. Jesus, you're gonna get us canceled. Oh, this does smell so. Like I want to say blue dreamy, but I know it's not like blue dreamy. But it's like this light floral smell that's like
Something
blue
about
dreamy.
it's giving you that vibe.
Yeah, smokes better than any blue dream I ever had, though I will say. So that's not an insult. Usually, comparing something to blue dream is an insult.
Not this time.
Not this time. Joe Huncho was cracking. He said much better. I think he's being sarcastic on the pronunciation.
I had a Queen's healer. She was dope.
These healers are cool. Yeah, I was supposed to get this time. I don't know if you guys seen my dog, XL Bully. Really a shit bowl. I mean, what useless
He
dogs?
said a shit bowl.
Yeah, like I'm not gonna lie. I've worked with Border Collies, German Shepherds. I was gonna get a Doberman because it's one of the top 5 smartest dogs in the world. So that's the one I want to work with next. But I was like, all right, about to have a kid. Like, let me get the calm family dog. But I didn't realize how retarded this dog would be. And I mean just pure IQ. I mean, he's the most lovable dog, and I love it. I would do it again if I can go back because he's so chill and lovable. But just like, if you put something in his way, when he's walking through the room, he's got to take a second and be like, what are my options? How do I get around this hurdle in the middle of the room here? I have pit bulls times Great Danes now because my purebred got out and went for that big dong. Oh, damn. Soggy wash biscuits. You got to look out for your girl, dude. She got plowed by a fucking Great Dane. What type of caretaker lets their pit bull get split open by a Great Dane, dude? Holy shit. But that's probably got to look dope. Can you send Soggy Wash Biscuits? Can you send some fucking pictures? Can you DM us right now? I roll bars. I want to get a Malinois, but I just bro, those dogs, dude. You got to have like so much time in your day to work the fuck out of them for them to be happy.
So you watch Biscuit said, "No, I was my ex-girlfriend. I was at a cup. Keyword X."
Okay, yeah. She got knocked up by a Great Dane. You're like, all right, look, it's over. Damn, that's so funny. Your cat just literally stood on the door.
Yeah,
and
they
opened
are
it.
super loyal, super great. But the biggest thing is too with these bullies is like they're people deterrents until you get to see that the dog is nice. But like I used to walk his great uncle that I used to own, his dog's great uncle. And when I'd walk him down the street, I'd see people from like 3 blocks away start crossing the street, not wanting to walk past. And they're like, fuck that. And if anybody ever tries to break into your home and they see that dog, they're not going to know that he's nice.
Dude.
They're just going to run.
They break into our home. Buddy will be the one to scare him off. Chapo will be like, oh, shit, dude.
Start peeing.
Oh, shit, a human? Let me fucking try to be your best friend. Like, he has not a lick of aggression or anything in his body, bro. He cannot hide it.
See, Chumley used to like bark when people would knock at the door and shit. And, like his bark alone would scare the shit
He
out of
is
people.
starting to bark, so that's cool. Yeah. I was hoping he'd be a little scarier, but also I didn't clip his ears, so he's just a doofus ass looking dude,
Blackleaf was popping. Smoked some insane wizard recently in Spain. Hope this batch is the same.
Which one was it? What'd you smoke?
Was it the Zangbanger?
Shout out Blackleaf. Australian Shepherds are goated. Yeah, dude, Australian Shepherds are dope too. They're not quite as intelligent, but they're like a fantastic dog as well. Just nothing compares to a Border Collie on any level for anything, really.
Yeah.
I want to get a Dutch Shepherd too. Dutch Shepherds really interest me.
Acidic, what's up?
Slightly calmer than the Malinois. No benefits to the crop rate rules. The thing is, I don't know about on bullies, but on Dobermans there is.
What?
Dobermans have they're known for their weak ass ears, and the most common injury to a Doberman is the laceration of the ear. I don't know about bullies.
Oh, I see what he's saying. Yeah, look, that's my opinion. My dog had his ears cropped, and my thing is this: I think it takes away from their personality.
Yeah.
Like it almost makes them.
You
look
didn't have
mean.
a choice.
No,
You got it cropped.
my dog came with him like that. Yeah, the same kennel that he got his from, they used to not let you. He'd get them all clipped. Like you didn't have a choice. Like that's just how he did it.
Timbo the King. I'm not saying like he's smart and he's well trained. He heals perfect. I mean, he's 7 months old and he already heals perfect, stays perfect, doesn't leave a door without he's perfectly trained and he's very obedient. I'm talking about real intelligence, just awareness, like sharp, fucking snappy awareness. Like they're just a little more dopey. But if you've only had pit bulls, you probably think they're really smart. But if you've ever worked with a Border Collie or a German Shepherd, or even a poodle, there's certain dogs that are on another level of intelligence where it's almost human-like intelligent. You know what I mean? It's just tough. Because I was a dog trainer for 3 years, so seeing all that shit, and then you go to bully, which I think they're 32nd on the smartest dog list or something like that. You just gotta love them for other things.
I got an Aussie working line from a farm out in Indiana. That's what's up. Yeah, it's required of the dog. What do you say? I think it's required of the dog. Oh, if the dog is a show dog. Yes. So look it's funny because not your tail doesn't have to be cropped if you're a bully in the show world, but that's actually how I got my pick of the litter was he got his tail stepped on during the birthing process and it kind of like bent his tail a little bit. So it was crooked and my boys show dogs. So they couldn't show him after that. And he just hit me up and was like, yo, do you want this one? I was like, fuck yeah, I do. I'm not going to show him.
And then he's like, just let me.
Yeah, he just wanted the right to come breed him. He wanted to keep the genetics. Damn, Rafe just fucking throwing fucking slander at Sean, huh?
Cats don't do shit for your family. Yeah, cats are trash, but they can be cute sometimes, you know. Come on.
I grew up with standard poodles, and they're some of the smartest dogs. Oh. Poodles? Are they really?
Poodles are the second smartest dog on earth behind Border Collie.
Really?
They're smarter than German Shepherds. Yeah, they were German war dogs.
A poodle?
Yeah, hydro fucking, like they're great for water, specifically.
Oh, okay. I'm like, damn.
Yeah. German
I've never heard
Bulldogs,
one
dude.
thing about a
Now,
mean poodle.
Poodles are genius, dude. Yeah. Cat would eat you the second you die. Straight up, dude. Straight up. Don't trust a cat.
Did you guys hear about that fucking Gene Hackman? The actor just died recently. And when they found him, they found his wife was dead in the house too with the dog. And apparently the wife had died a week before him. And he has dementia so bad that he's just walking around the house, has no idea that she's in the bathroom dead. Her
Oh,
dog was
shit.
in there with him. And it died of starvation and fucking dehydration. I'm like, I'm so surprised that dog didn't try to eat the fucking
No, 'cause
lady.
it's a dog,
Yeah.
bro. They got hearts. They got souls.
That's
Cats
crazy.
don't have no fucking souls, dude. Meanest dog I ever met was a poodle. I got bit by a poodle when I was a kid, actually, dude. Next door poodle. Shout out, what was her name, Sean? Jolie? Jolie lived till 18. So did my border collie, dude. Lived till 18.
Dude, my aunt and uncle used to have rots, dude, and they're cool. They're not bad dogs, but I will say that they are aggressive
Dude,
dogs.
they're fucking
I mean, they were cool.
I've met a lot of
Yeah,
rots.
but they're still very fucking aggressive. I
Even
remember,
the nice ones are like,
yeah, I'd be on edge with their dogs because
Yeah,
they'd be doing the
dude.
same thing. I'd be like, yo, what the
that little
fuck,
growl that Roddy's got is something serious. This guy hates dogs. Who hates dogs? The King Roy. Who hates dogs? I must have missed that fucking comment. I had him
You said
chase
Soggy
me
hates
during my
dogs?
paper route and rip me off my bike. Oh, Soggy Wash Biscuits hates dogs.
dude? Damn. Just a fucking hella fucked up blanket statement to make. This guy just hates dogs,
Most
period.
loved species on earth, dude. You know what else about cats is they're the only species of animal that's domesticated that doesn't give anything in return to their humans. Like dogs, they have all sorts of jobs they could do, right?
They could
Cattle
do, yeah.
gives milk, chicken gives eggs, like everything domesticated does something. Cats are literally just fucking there to look cute and that's it, dude. They couldn't do anything for the human race if they tried.
That's hilarious.
Maybe besides like getting some mice, but even that comes from a selfish motive. They just want to get the mice. You know what I mean? They're not
He's like, they
doing
don't give a
shit for
fuck.
nobody.
Yeah, they don't give a fuck about helping you out.
Yeah, the concept of like service doesn't exist to a cat. They're just like, look, bro, fucking pick up my shit.
You know how you can train a cat.
Sean thinks he can train a cat, but
I'm not. I mean, I don't know. I can, but you can't. It is out there. You go just train cats to do shit.
Do what? What are they doing?
Like literally,
Probably
sit.
sit.
Dogs. They can get you stuff. You can do like dog shit, sit, stay, come, all that stuff. You can do
He
All right,
wasn't
so
lying.
there's-
You really said that. He wasn't even lying. He's like, sit.
yeah. Some world class examples of cats that can sit.
You can train
for a treat.
with a dog to do right.
Roll of the dice with cats. I had one that was super friendly and intelligent, but mostly they're dicks. Yeah.
It is definitely a roll of the dice, I would say. Oh, you know what? Damn.
What happened?
Forgot my water in the car. What are you
You
gonna
can
do?
go grab it real quick.
It's too far. It's all the way out front, dude. I got a sparkly right here.
I wonder where Chapo gets it from. He said that's too far.
Cats literally clean the street up. Well, that's because they just want to. That you know what I mean? They wouldn't just do that because somebody told them to.
I'll get it.
Yeah, I stopped doing that. But you can train the cat to piss in the toilet too.
Train the cat to piss in the toilet.
Yeah,
I
so
mean,
you don't have to have a whole litter set for him. You just
Bro, that's the business if you have a fucking cat.
Yeah.
What are you doing? Why aren't your cats pissing in toilets,
Yeah, I
Sean?
gave up. I tried for a week. I gave up, but I mean, the only thing I can want you to do is wait for.
Oh, I bet it's hard. I don't think it's easy.
Yeah.
You pack
It's,
it more?
it's just a little loose. I was
Oh,
thinking
I can-
right there, and then give it a switch down
Yeah, hold
or
it there.
slide it. Went to work off 250 milligrams of rosin gummies, and my boss was telling me about that pyramid shit. I'm like, yo, chill. Yeah, the pyramid shit's crazy, dude.
My cat will pee in the sink sometimes, bro. That's so foul, dude.
Sometimes it's not a flex. You know, like if it's just like, damn, my cat just pisses in the sink sometimes, that's not a flex. What's a flex is my cat pees on the toilet on command. Okay. Dude, the amount of shit I taught my border collie was insane, dude. Insane. My wiener dog, honestly, is better trained than most fucking people's border collies.
Really?
Yeah. Well, you know, fucking buddy.
Buddy's definitely very smart.
All these stoners owning cats. I mean, to be fair, it's the lowest maintenance.
So that checks out 100%. That would be what stoners would gravitate to.
You know?
Yeah.
Not to insinuate that they're lazy or anything.
No. Just that they can be at times.
Yeah, I mean, look, dude. You know the whole, like, the controversy about, like, everybody's like, oh, stoners are super lazy, and then all the productive stoners are pulling up like, nah, fuck you.
Well, that's for sure.
Yeah, for sure. They're, you know, it's not all, but, like...
So, like, put it this way. You are a productive...
You motherfuckers are telling me that smoking weed makes you want to work more. Is that what I'm hearing? Because that's not what it does for me.
and look, I'll even say this. Like,
Can
look,
we be realistic as a group of stoners?
We consider ourselves stoners, right?
Yeah.
And you're very productive.
Yeah.
But what was your answer about getting your water right now? Like,
Yeah.
that's way too far.
And I'm not even high. No, it's more so just, you know, on the stream and shit. But in general, like, I try to get my most important shit done before smoking, because as soon as I smoke, like,
It's done.
Unless it's like some creative shit or something. It's not that it's done. It's just a little fucking harder to do some of the same shit, dude. You know, like, it's just like, all right, whew, here we go. You know,
Deep breath.
Like, yeah. I mean, if you're really getting high, you know, like, but a little medication sometimes can, you know, help. But fuck, dude, can we? See, this is why a lot of people don't take us seriously as an industry. We're sitting here trying to say, like, nah, I need to smoke weed before the gym. I need to smoke weed before I work. I need to smoke weed. Like, okay, I mean, I guess some people, but like, really, it really enhances. Does it enhance productivity, or does it help with anxiety going into something? I know it doesn't make it more productive.
I think it helps with anxiety and stress levels and evens you out as you go into your business. So then you think it makes you more productive, because you're normally, I think, sober, you'd be like, oh, I ain't doing that shit.
Yeah, I can see it like fucking helping anxiety or something, but like, I don't know. I just think we need to be realistic.
Do you want to rip those apart real quick before we go into the rules?
Yeah. Let me buck these up real quick. Hold on. Let's see.
Balance in life. That's right.
All
Black
right.
leaf.
Let's get the double doink cam here. Oh shit, sorry.
It just wasn't straight. You good?
Yes. Oh, where are we at?
Thank you, dude.
All right, so overall, this one's solid. Pretty large fucking dimple right there near the base, bro.
I see that right there.
But a little bit of cottage cheese right there too. But overall, pretty solid. It's a very small fold.
That one's got a big fold.
It's always the second one, dude. It's like you're almost out of the fucking. You're almost in the clear, and then it just you get the pressure going. Ah, fuck it.
Yep.
Some dimplage right there near the base too, but the fold is the main dilemma here.
The main dilemma here.
So I will say, the pull on both of them feel identical. All right, let's pull up the rules. So today we have the final quarterfinal bout. Tomorrow we begin the semifinals. So we have 3 more after this. So if this is your first time pulling up, thank you for pulling up. We have what we consider to be more of like a UFC style competition in cannabis. So head to head over 3 rounds, judged on the following criteria. You'll notice that potency is not in the criteria list because it's impossible really to put it in the criteria list. Because they're smoking 2 things at the same time. But what we are looking at is the interaction with the palate, specifically around flavor and smoothness, Smoothness, not meaning air pack, empty smooth, but a smooth, substantial, medicinal smooth. Harshness, not meaning expansion. That's good. It's the irritation of the lungs, the burning of the throat, and the stinging of the nasal tract that we're looking at for harshness. Accuracy, does the smoke taste like what it smelled like out of the bag? Purity, is it just terps coming through, or is there any foreign weird things like smoke, tar, ash, spray, mold, nutrients, etc.? Anything besides terps coming through? Intensity, how intense is the flavor? Doesn't matter if we love or hate the flavor, just how much is coming through. Stain, how long does that flavor linger on your palate after the hit? And coat, how heavy does that flavor lay on the palate? The longevity of 1 through 6 is what will win you a decision if it goes to the judges' scorecards. A knockout will happen when one becomes unsmokable while the other one is still smoking. If it goes all 3 rounds, we go best 2 out of 3, and if neither smoke for at least 2 of the 3 rounds, then it's a double loss. Let's head to the tail of the tape, see what we got cooking today.
All right. In the blue corner, we have Zangbanger, which is Sherbanger 22 and Zangria number 53. In the red corner, we have Candy Fumes, which is Skittles times Sherbanger 22. It's their selection from Green Ridge.
Similar ass genetics, kind of.
Very similar genetics. Couldn't be more different in the lighting. 36 LED versus 80 light HPS with Faven unders. Both running Cocoa.
Shout out, Faven.
Both running Synganic, and recreational market for Wizard and traditional market for Green Ridge.
Yeah, so this is an interesting one. This is our final match that is rec versus traditional. The only way we'll see another rec traditional match is in
if
the
they
finals.
both in the finals, yeah.
If rec wins today, then it'll be rec versus traditional.
No matter what, yeah.
In the semifinals, and then depending on who wins there, we might see it again. Mm-hmm. But if traditional wins today, then it's rec and rec on one side, traditional and traditional on the other side, and we'll have a true rec versus traditional finals. So it's interesting. It's 5-4 right now.
Yeah.
With the rec leading.
Yeah, rec has a
so
up on
rec
it.
has won 5, and traditional has won 4. So we'll see. I know traditional market is banking heavy on the Candy Fumes right now, and with all the recent feedback of the Candy Fumes, they're probably feeling pretty good.
Hey, Soggy Watchman, can you pin that real quick, dude? Pin that. I want to talk to Adam about this. Did you see this? So, have you seen the controversy on this? Bret Hart, the wrestler, looks exactly like Paddy Pimblett, and apparently he was touring in England 9 months before Paddy was born, and he looks just like him, and everybody's saying that that's his dad. Have you seen this shit online?
I gotta see the pictures. No, I haven't seen
I gotta
it,
pull
yeah.
this up real quick.
All right, guys, who we got today? If I had to pick, I'd probably, on recollection, pick the Candy Fumes. But Wizard had such a consistent, solid 3 rounds that it's hard to count him out. It's like counting out Nate Diaz, you know, because every hit of the entire doink from beginning to end was fucking on the same level. Oh, wow.
Right? Once you look at that, you're like, holy shit.
Yeah. Yeah, Patty's mom was getting smacked by fucking...
Bret Hart,
yeah,
dude.
for sure. But the Candy Fumes coat was just so fucking insane that it's really hard to... Because it has everything, the intensity, the purity, like all the same things. But the coat was just nuts. So we'll see. Who do you guys got? Let's see.
B-Catch, I appreciate you, dude. My mom is doing great.
I will say, last time I checked the odds, or the voting, let me see here. Last time I checked the voting, Wizard was ahead by a pretty substantial amount. Let's check again real quick. All right, so 75% of the public vote has voted Wizard Trees on this.
Does that surprise you, though? They have a lot more, like, they're huge, you know? Not that Green Ridge isn't as well, but I mean, like, they're huge. It doesn't surprise me.
Yeah. I would say only Wizard Trees Florida account reposted, and they only got like 1,000 followers.
Damn.
So they didn't even repost it on their main account.
So that's just people's opinion. Damn,
yeah,
interesting.
Yeah, we'll see. All right. Let's spark these motherfuckers.
You gotta do it in the can.
Oh,
yeah.
He's
yeah,
not
yeah,
lying,
yeah,
dude.
yeah. Let's forget.
Sean, what the fuck would we do without you over here, bro?
We gotta fucking I think give it that little extra.
Here's 2.
Did this fucking go out, dude? That was new, huh?
Yeah. I think...
What do you think? Because that's never happened before. I have no explanation for that.
Maybe there was some moisture on the top of the paper right there, so it started to
on
stop.
this one and not that one?
That was the last one. Oh, no, that was the first one I rolled, actually. Never mind.
Yeah. This fucking torch sucks, dude. Fluctuates constantly. We're probably gonna be dropping some torches soon. Stay tuned for that. We're just trying to make sure they're fucking dope. Oh, I didn't even watch that yet. Fast Lane straight fucking killed it for me. I didn't know Leon lost.
Oh, you didn't watch that?
No. Didn't you pick Leon?
Me?
Yeah.
Uh-uh.
Oh, okay. I think I did actually. Very unconfident.
It's funny because, you know, he only lost his belt and then they put him out his ass off of pay-per-view and just fucking onto a fight night. I'm like, damn, how quick can you go from being the champ to being back on a fight night? Like, that's fucked, dude.
That's like some who just won the belt?
And they beat who they're saying is arguably the best, you know, on paper at least, the best welterweight in history, Kamaru Usman.
Twice.
Yeah. So how the fuck you just throw him to fight night after that, dude?
I don't know. I'm not gonna lie though, dude. Leon's always made me cringe a little bit. I never really liked him. Ever since Masvidal gave him the 3-piece in a soda.
That shit was hilarious.
I immediately hated Leon for that. Leon, because I never even heard a word from Leon, but then I seen Masvidal piece him up and I was like, yeah, fuck that guy. Like, I don't even know who he is. Fuck that guy.
Growing in Michigan, you think Silva's gonna sleep fucking Bryce Mitchell?
Damn. First hit of the Candy Fumes, doing exactly what I thought it would do.
This tastes good. It's almost like it's a little chalky,
Yeah.
like off the gate, which is weird because I don't remember that at all last time.
It's weird. Did you notice different things at different times? That's one thing I've noticed with this whole process, specifically the bracket process. We'll notice things about a joint when it's next to one thing versus the other that we didn't notice before. You know what I mean?
Wow. Yeah, guys, this Candy Fumes is an issue.
Siddiq said last time we said Zangbanger was light but smooth.
Okay, that Zangbanger tastes way better that hit.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Needs a couple things to get going. You have an idea of how it's starting to play out?
Yeah.
Get a doink cam though. So blue is Wizard. This right here. It's Wizard. This is the Candy Fumes.
Which one did you just hit?
Red Candy Fumes.
Nice.
Yeah, intensity I might have for Wizard.
I'm also giving Wizard accuracy right now.
I mean, it is dead on.
And the main reason why is because I could smell that. When I smelled this jar, I couldn't even really smell it.
Yeah.
So it's like
It is in a bigger jar. Too.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm just marking those two for right now. I got to do my next round before I figure everything else out. Using the next batch right after this in my rolls for the brackets, so they're still putting out fire batches even back to back. Damn, that's what's up. Yeah, those both are combusting really nicely.
Oh, yeah.
You want to show them in the doink cam?
I just did.
Oh, you did? Nice. Translation and purity. I would say purity right now for Green Ridge because there is a tiny, tiny, tiny chalkiness that I get from the Wizard Tree. But I would say accuracy Wizard Tree.
All right, I'm going to put my first little markings down and leave some that I got to try still next time.
Do you need a pen? Oh.
All right. Smoothness, though? Almost. I got to try it again. Smoothness is close, but my brain is leaning towards Wizard, but I got to try it again for that one. Accuracy, though, we go blue corner. Stain, I would probably also give to Wizard. That terp in there is bombing through.
Yeah.
Like bombing through. Coat definitely fumes. Yeah, I think I just need to do smoothness though. No. Smoothness is either gonna tie it up or it will declare a winner of the first round.
Smoothness is definitely
Right
candy
now, I
fumes
have
for me.
3 categories to Wizard in the blue corner. I got accuracy, intensity, and stain.
Yeah, I have
For
intensity
blue corner.
and stain for them as well.
I got coat for sure to candy fumes. It's another dope
I'm going to
can.
give smoothness to candy fumes. I have a tied first round for I think the first time I've ever done this.
Really?
Yep. I don't think I've ever had a tied first round.
Yeah, I gotta try them again because I was in my head. I was like, "This fucking Wizard."
Well,
is
whatever
smooth
you
as shit.
choose is either going to confirm a tie or break it.
So the tables have turned since our last one.
Yeah. I gave smoothness to candy fumes. Do you feel like accuracy is more grow dependent or genetic? Definitely, I would think grow dependent because there's certain strains of things that we've smoked before and been like, oh, I don't really like it, and then smoke it from somebody else and it's blowing and the flavor's loud and intense and pure. So, yeah.
I got a little chalkiness even from the candy fumes right now.
Really?
Yeah, and I don't know if like, yeah, I don't know. Huh, I didn't get that in any of the other hits.
Wizard got that 900 credit score, Ash. Oh, shit. Dude, you guys are crazy sometimes.
Damn, smooth. This is really hard for me right now, dude. It's the only thing I'm trying to guess right now. And then my round's over and you begin the second.
Lush Carter was popping.
Just letting them cool for a second, but damn.
Yeah, it's all good. Rafe says that's great because I do remember that. Now that you said that, it did. He said candy fumes gets better with time. I do remember that last time. It started to increase and get better and better.
They were still crazy on the blue corner. Was that Wizard?
Yeah. Jeez, that thing's fucking leaking too, dude.
Oh, dude. I feel like the Wizard was smoother.
Really?
On those last 2 hits that I just had. It damn near felt.
Appreciate you,
smoother.
Carter. Dude, that is a different tint of white.
It is. Oh, yeah, it's definitely.
It's just like white.
I think I got to go Wizard. I think I got to disagree with you on the first round.
Okay. Wizard takes first round.
Where the fuck? Oh.
They both have the same like aftertaste. The problem
Yeah.
is this one is the one that stains and stays.
Yeah, it's loud. You know what I mean? It might not be as like substantial, but it's louder. If I go to Arizona, we can't vouch for anything in Arizona. I don't know. Look, this is something that I think we should probably talk about too. Is people think that because somebody, what's so crazy is like after Preferred won the fucking competition with the Z. Everybody's like, nah, it's bullshit. I'm smoking Preferred here in Florida and this and that off this random batch.
It's
or
not the
whatever.
same batch.
Yeah, but like this is a concept I don't think people realize. Like just because somebody has some fire on the show, what makes it on this show is the very best thing from any harvest.
Yeah, people are
So-
picking through batches to find the one to send to us.
This is everybody has bad batches, and this is just us looking at the batches. Like how good can it get? It's not. This
Yeah.
isn't reflective of everything that anybody puts out ever on the show. So just keep that in mind.
And I think that like while me and Adam aren't the ones that would ever probably give advice and be like, oh, you guys should go here if you're going to this state. If there are rec brands like there are in Arizona, like Wizard and Blueprint and different ones that are out there, I could definitely say those are the ones I'd try if I was there.
Yeah, I would. We've tried a lot of shit. We tried Grow Science. We tried the Connected and Alien Labs Grow out there. We tried Project PAX, which does Preferred and Doja and Wizard and Blueprint. And I would say the only and this is much respect to everybody in Arizona, Grow Science, everybody like that. But the only smokable things in Arizona were from Cali brands that came out there.
100%.
And I would love to try something else for sure. But we went to the dispensaries and asked for the very best thing smoking and got advice on what to go get from locals and stuff. And
What was the one that Jay's homie rolled up after we ate at that restaurant? We went in the back of the restaurant outside and we're smoking. And it was a clogger, remember? But
it was
but
Alien Lab Z.
it was Alien Labs. That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was blowing.
Blowing. Yeah. Yeah, this is Zangbanger. And yes, this is a Cali batch.
These are both smoking, but almost getting a little bit more background noise from the candy fumes now.
You know what's funny? You said that. I noticed that the last time that I hit it. The last time I hit it, I was like, "Whoa,
Like
that's
a little
weird."
chalky something.
Damn, dude.
Because you're in your second half of the second round right now, right?
Wow.
Where
Yeah.
you
And
at
I
on
would say
smoothness now?
say Wizard is smoother too.
Okay.
And let me reverse the order because I did hit that last that time.
I would still say Candy Fumes has more of a coat. Off my last hits. Oh my god, look at the leak on this. Can we get a door cam? This is ridiculous, dude. Sorry. Here we go. Hey, motherfucker. Hey, yo. Fucking bitch. Here we go. So, that is the Wizard. That's the Candy Fumes. Both leaking, both combusting.
I'm gonna be honest, dude.
both
I
smoking.
don't even know if I would have gave mouth coat to them right there. I'm gonna have to really think about this.
You know, the quarterfinals and semifinals often bum me out because it sucks that anybody
Because
has to quote lose, you know,
everything's good. Everything's like almost great
yeah.
at that
It's
point.
one of those fights where, you know, the fighters raise each other's hands after, you know, kind of
Yeah.
thing. Same thing with the last shit, too.
Rory McDonald, fucking Robbie Lawler.
Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy, dude. Yeah, he knew what he was doing. I smelled the terps, and he's talking about the Blue Dream and everything, you know, Scott. And it's like, damn. Yeah, he knew.
These are 12 millimeters, Jackie. I just rewatched that fight like 2 days ago. Hey, dude, that's one of those ones that I'll always go back to. Like, if you ever want to see a fucking war,
Third round
go
begins.
watch that Rory McDonald fucking Robbie Lawler fight, because that was and what was it, round 4 when they called the round and these two are just bloody to death staring at each other in the middle of the octagon. I'm like, bro,
And he just spits blood.
yeah, you couldn't write that.
Yeah.
You couldn't write that fight.
Yeah, that was a good one. That was a crazy one to watch live.
Oh wow, that's really taking a turn for the worse.
Really?
Take a hit of that real quick.
Yeah,
Don't wait
because you were
too.
6. So let me see. Because my last hit, it wasn't, you know, don't wait. You don't want to let me cool it down?
Well, I wanted you to get the same experience I just had.
Yeah. Let me let it cool down just a little. I mean, I'm still hitting that.
Okay.
I wouldn't put it down, but
No,
we're
but
also like
no, I wasn't
really
saying I was
close
going
to
to put
the
it
end.
down, but it's
Oh,
changed
it's
a
changed.
lot
It's
since the
changed from
first round.
beginning,
Yeah,
which is weird because like, you know, that's some relativity shit, bro. I don't remember it doing that the first.
has
time.
to be next to something else.
Yeah. Because if that it's still enjoyable enough where like if it was next to something that was smoking worse than it, I would still prefer it. You know, it's like no, I'm hitting that one. Yeah, relativity is such a mind fuck in a bracket setting because you have different experiences with the same weed from time to time. So when you see somebody talking about, I had this and I had a different experience, it's like you for sure did because you were smoking it next to something else. So like it could have registered way differently.
I'll tell you this.
Look at these though.
Just before this episode, and you can ask Sean and Adam, I was saying, candy fumes is a fucking problem, dude. They may win the whole thing, to my recollection of it.
I mean,
And this is a trip to now put it up against the wizard tree, and now it's...
my pick was Trap Jesus, you know? I thought that fucking Skywalker was about to take it. Initiate comments, arguing. But yeah, these are, I mean, what the fuck, you know? Like, look at this shit. It hasn't even ashed. The structure's crazy.
That was a good one. It's still not... It's nowhere near the fight that I mentioned, but that's a good fight, too.
What?
The John Bones Jones versus Alexander Gustafson. That was a good fight, but it was no Lawler versus fucking
Dude, I don't know.
McDonald.
It kind of was. Kind of.
Let me look at both their faces after these fights.
Look at both their faces.
I'm about to. No, like the two different fights. So let's see here.
Yeah.
Jones.
There's still a lot of flavor at this point, right at the end, where I never expect a doink to have flavor from the Wizard Tree's doink right now. And it's not I prefer the Candy Fumes terp, personally, than this terp. This terp it's flying too close to the sun of Blue Dream for me. Where, like, for some reason, I'm just like, you know, I'm not craving this terp, but it is outperforming heavily, especially in the third. This was the fight where Jones had that crazy bandage on his fucking eyebrow and shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I'm trying to find one with both of them.
This is
What are you thinking? Yeah, we'll do that later.
I mean, I think it's a clear decision win. Because I'm sweeping the third round now pretty much for blue corner. But man, dude, yeah, it's a trip. I didn't see it go down that way, to be honest. Who did the Wizard Trees go against?
We'd have to go back and look at the bracket.
Yeah, 30-27. Yeah, we'll put it up in a second. I'm lit. I forgot. Can we pull up the bracket? So, went against Toad Venom. That's right. Okay. Maybe because they were such different terps. You know? Like, maybe we were like, all right, like, okay, against something like more like minty gassy, it's easy to think that this crazy terp would shine. But then we go against some shit like this, where we're like, this is also a stainer.
Yeah, they both are.
And a coder. It just made it even more apparent. No, you know who was against the Hayweed is the Zith, I think. Which, by the way, we smoked the Sea Junkie last night.
Truly objective. Beyond preference, we all perceive harshness and flavor differently as the taste that our tongue tastes more strongly differ. Each of us have different factors for what causes the most harshness, from heat sensitivity to particle sensitivity. Well, we're talking about our throats, not our tongues. I'm not talking about like my tongue getting burnt or anything like that.
Well, just like a more 30,000 foot view, Alex. Which can you throw that up on the screen real quick so we can? So. Is it the idea that even side by side it can... No, look, so I'll say this. I don't think any human being activity... The lengths we would have to go to be truly subjective or objective is like, I don't think we're capable of it. But I think it's the least subjective. Because saying this is harsher than this... Because we have different harsh tolerances. We perceive harshness differently too. But we can both still say this is objectively harsher than this. Like, I'll find things harsh that he kind of finds things... He has, like, a stronger fucking tolerance to lung pain. I fucking have way more sensitivity. We usually... The only time we disagree on harshness is, when you don't notice a harshness.
Yeah.
Like, you'll never be like, no, like, this is harsh, and I'm like, no, it's not.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I don't know. I think it's the least subjective. I think the more subjective thing to do is to write everything 1 through 10, because my 9 might be somebody's 8, might be somebody's 7, might be somebody's 10. You know what I mean? Like that's like all over the place. That's like the most subjective, not accurate way to judge it. The only way to say something is better than the rest, in my opinion, is just a bracket where you literally smoke them side by side, spend 40 minutes analyzing 2 things, and then making a decision on like some in-depth criteria. I can't think of a better way. How would you do it, Alex B? Let's see. Can we scroll up a little bit? Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, Paul does have lungs of steel. You know, like how many years smoking cigs?
God, fucking like probably, I don't know, probably over 10 for sure.
Dude, a decade?
Yeah.
Will get you right on the...
And smoking blunts for fucking...
Yeah.
Probably 20.
My blunt phase was
15.
3 years.
Yeah.
I got out of there quick, dude. Jasmine wasn't having it.
Yeah.
It's like Mac Dre said, you got that gator back neck.
Whoa, easy.
That's what Mac Dre said,
I
bro.
know.
Pause, dude. Pause. Look, we don't know what the music industry was doing
All
back then,
woods
dude.
and shit.
Yeah.
That's what they call it.
How fast did you say Mac Dre blew up?
How fast would I say he blew up?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
I mean,
Never mind.
That's
No diddy. All right. I don't know. With lyrics like that, bro, you gotta start asking
That
questions.
wasn't even a lyric. You were just saying that to the camera.
Does that make it better? That's almost more sus.
I mean, it wasn't sus times back then, bro. Like, it's
Or at
not-
least you didn't know it was, dude. Look,
No,
bro,
because
you didn't know about it.
I will tell you right now, it was not, because in our era of growing up, and I'm sorry, dude, I hate to be, I'm gonna get us canceled right now, but I'm telling you right now, when I was growing up, it was normal to treat certain people certain ways.
Yeah,
it
okay.
was just
I
normal.
like how shallow you went in with that.
Hey,
but
it
look,
was.
I'm just saying. I think there were still shady things going on in the music industry behind the scenes.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
but that's what I'm saying. That term.
So I'm saying, did he get a hold of Mac Dre? Is what I'm saying.
Oh hell no.
Or else, why is he talking about dude's
He didn't.
neck?
He didn't get big.
Huh?
Mac Dre didn't get really, really big until after he died. He was local before he died. Like if you
All right.
weren't from Kansas City or the Bay, you probably didn't even know who Mac Dre was.
All right, good. Just had to make sure, dude. All right, well, fucking stupidly iconic says I hate smoking leaves. Not gonna lie, I'm kind of a fiend
What, for a broadleaf every once
for
in
a
a
good
while?
one, dude. For a good one, like yeah, I hate
The
smoking
only
woods.
good one I've ever had
gross.
was a good leaf was from some of Blake's homies that like did him themselves.
Rafe, I kind of do, dude. He said, "Do you guys think fumes smoke different this round compared to the first two?"
You know
Off
what's funny
recollection.
is check this out. I
Yeah,
do.
I think kind of.
I do, and I don't
But
know if that's
it happens
just
a lot off changing who it goes against. It's weird, dude.
yeah.
I felt like the Skywalker smoked a little different.
Sub rice rolls.
Visually, the only thing we can kind of count on is what did the ash look like? Not because the ash matters, but because it's like if the ash changed color, that would signify a difference in the chemical reaction that was happening that was causing a certain experience. Like if it tasted worse and the ashes looked worse, it'd be like, okay, hold on. That's why when if we ever have something where like I rolled the baker, right? And Jake was like, I seen it burn whiter. That's like a big problem because it could have been the roll then. If, or it could have been the grind or it could have been whatever. It could have been something that took away its ability to show its full potential. So we smoked it again and it did smoke better. It didn't quite smoke or outsmoke the candy fumes, but
Yeah,
moisture
rest in
content?
peace to
I don't
Mac.
know. There's no moisture content here. I mean, it's been
Yeah, we're both left side tip rollers.
and both right-handed.
Yeah, that's weird. I try to think about that right now. Like once we started talking about it, I like tried to like visualize trying to do that, and I'm like, that just looks weird.
I almost want to try doing it the other way.
Try rolling it like.
You ever try to throw a football with your left hand?
Yeah, not well.
I've never felt so helpless in my life.
Yeah.
I wouldn't do it in front of nobody.
Yeah.
It'd have to be just like me and Sean in a enclosed area if I ever do that. I'm never doing that in public.
Sean would take a picture.
Dude, we should have a thing. Just go out and throw a football with your left hand, film it,
Send the video
tag
in.
us. Okay, because like I'm gonna tell you right now, you're not gonna want to post it. It doesn't look good.
Unless you're natural lefty.
It was what?
Unless you're natural lefty.
Yeah, well, okay. Send both hands then. Make sure you're not just a lefty trying to
Yeah.
cheat the system.
That's hilarious.
That was your comparison earlier, Rafe? Hey, dude. I just did this with Sean the other night, dude. We fucking tossed the pigskin around. And, dude, I tried with the left hand, and it was humiliating. It was... the things I look like, I don't even want to say. You know? Get us canceled. Look a little zesty throwing with the offhand. You're not lying, dude. I'm telling you. All right, well, shit. What day? Tomorrow. Can we do an early one?
11, yeah.
Okay. Because I gotta get these fucking tips.
Yeah.
And then it's my mother-in-law's birthday tomorrow, dude, so
Yeah.
I don't want to show up completely blasted to dinner.
Yeah, let's rock it.
But yeah, okay. 11 a.m. then tomorrow we have the first semifinals.
Let's fucking go. I will say this is the most enjoyable bracket.
I think this is the best overall bracket.
Yeah, overall black bracket for Flower, this is the best bracket.
Yeah, this...
It's all been very top tier weed.
yeah, yeah.
I haven't had one thing that was bad.
Yeah, so we're going to start actually shifting. Every time we do polls, people want to see flower brackets. So
Let's do it.
What we're going to start doing is once a year for 420, we're going to have an open strain bracket. Just fucking any strain can enter. The rest of the months, like every other month, we're going to try to do a strain-specific bracket. So that will be fucking fun. Maybe every month, dude, if we can line it up and, coordinate it and shit. But strain-specific brackets are going to be the next thing. So let us know on X which strains you're trying to see. But other than that, we'll see you at 11 a.m. with semifinals number 1. It's going to be the Zith versus the XJ13.
Yep.
Up the hill versus Alien Labs. We will see you then.